The report just came out about a week ago that was sponsored by Lidl that showed that in the markets where Lidl were, the other retailers that they're competing with had to lower prices did lower prices 9.3%. On staples such as milk, they lowered their prices 55%. So when we look at Aldi, when we look at Lidl, I mean, how worried are we about these formats that are 90% private brands and that are really driving prices down? And how do we compete with that? I'll leave that open to anyone.
Well, I'll jump into that. To a certain extent, there's not much you can do. People occasionally will say, you know, this oatmeal is so much cheaper at Trader Joe's. There are very, very few SKUs that we would have in common. But on another level, it's a challenge. I mean, it's an exciting challenge because you have to get better and better and better at your data analysis and looking at the balance of things. So if you're gonna not mark up your dairy product at all, then how are you gonna make up that margin? There are ways to do it, but you just have to get smarter and more savvy and get out there and get more ideas and start working it.
So that's why you're here at the Fancy Food Show, for those ideas.
That is. I mean, that's one of the reasons, one of the benefits that I find of being, our store is a member of the Specialty Food Association. That gets me in the door to different meetings and different conversations with people where I'm gathering intelligence, I'm getting ideas. But the hard work is just in the back rooms of the store with the buyers, with those reports of lines and lines of data, and you're just digging into it and you're looking at it more and more frequently to try to figure out how to make this work.
So Lynn, are you worried about Aldi and Lidl?
We worry about all retailers, all competition, but it's all good in terms of what you're talking about, and we don't compete on a grocery level, but you could say that could happen, you know, and fill in the retailer name and have it apply more to food service. I think that's the point, is what are you good at and where do you play up your strengths so that there's a compelling reason to keep coming to your store, whether that's, you know, playing into the loyalists who are, you know, true brand users, or trying to extend past that. You know, it's not good when everybody's the same.
Jeremy, you worried about Aldi and Lidl?
Yeah, I mean, I think you are aware of any competitor that's surrounding you, but you know, we've had the Aldi effect with Lidl coming into the marketplace. I mean, we've been down the under $1 a gallon of milk in our trade territory since Lidl's entered the marketplace, with Aldi doing a lot of shifting in pricing, and you've already seen that begin to transition the other way. I mean, you're just going to compete because you can't afford to lose the customer, and you're going to find avenues through specialty foods or anything else that you can do to blend that loss, and you're going to keep moving forward because, again, you're not going to give up the customer over pricing of staples or a gallon of milk. It's just, you can't afford to do it.
So Jack, you know, private brands, that's your bailiwick. Aldi and Lidl, private brands. How do you see them different than what you're doing, or do you?
So I think if you look at our stores in comparison to an Aldi or a Lidl, they're very different format. We're offering that complete shop, and also if you think about some of the extra services that might be associated with a retailer such as ourselves, that you've got that opportunity for customers to have a different experience. And I think that's part of the reason why people choose to go to different shops. Of course, we've got to compete on value, you know, absolutely. But if you think about private brands, which you're specifically talking about there, part of my job and the team that I work with is to bring specific products to our customers in each of our local areas. And that's the really important part, is that all of the brands under the Ahold Delhaize US sort of banner, if you like, are very local and look at their different customers in the different parts of the US that we operate in.
And Aldi and Lidl don't. For the most part, they're just right across.
It's the same across all of those stores. So we've got that opportunity to offer something different that therefore makes our stores a different experience for people to go and shop in.
And Harley, how do you deal with private brands? within the confines of Shipt?
Yeah, I think Shipt has a different perspective on this. So that is available. We make that available in the product listing in the category within the app. And we work with the retail partner in terms of their priority on that private label or not. I think as it relates to this question, I think there's one extra sort of angle here that's really interesting for us, which is how is that product discovery happening? Where are the new ideas? Where are people, I think consumers are forever sort of chomping at the bit to learn about new products, discover new products, healthy snack, different sort of eating habits are taking place. And so to the extent to which we can provide that in our app experience, I think unlocks sort of differentiators by retail partner as well.
So you're really using technology to inform your consumers about new products and why they should buy them and why they should try them.
Yeah, absolutely. Plus CPG partners, so we work directly with CPGs also. And then if you just think about kind of the personalization engine that we can provide based on the products that you've purchased, we're able to offer you weekly discounts based on that in our weekly, sales email that we send out. And then you sort of look at the day of week people are shopping, the time of day, and so with all of that data, we're able to kind of re-engage the user at the optimal time, remind them about certain products that they've brought, make it really easy for them to purchase it again on the day that's usually most convenient for them to take a delivery.